it's Angie. I hope you guys are all doing well today. I'm doing great. It is a cool and crisp and rainy October day here in Michigan, and I just wanted to come on and do a little whip and chat with you. So pull out your project, whatever you're working on, whether it's diamond painting, crochet, knitting, cross stitching, whatever you're working on, and chat with me for a while. So today, this is for today I'm going to be announcing my prize for the Big Bold Beautiful DP event that I am co-hosting with Mindy's Diamond Moment and Sue Layden. Sue doesn't have a channel, but she's co-hosting this event with us, and we're featuring diamond paintings that are larger than 95 by 70. Well, 95 by 70 or larger. So this is one that I have a lot of 95 by 70 or larger diamond paintings, and this is one of them that I'm almost finished with, and I wanted to show you guys my progress on it, and just work on this one for a little bit today. I'm going to measure it because I don't know the exact dimensions. This is Diana from Diamond Painting Deutschland, and this is, oh, do we not show, oh, this tape measure only shows inches. Well, do I have another measurer in here? I thought I did, but now I'm not finding it. Well, trust me, it's bigger than 95 by 70. I want to say it's like 120 by 80. It's 40 inches tall by 32 inches wide. So she is a big lady, very beautiful. It's a Josephine wall. I think I said that already. But here is where I'm at. So I just have these two little sections here, and I'm currently working on this section here, and then I will be finished with it. This one has 250 colors, and it has been an absolute joy to work on. It has been so much fun. It is double-sided adhesive, but it's a very user-friendly double-sided adhesive, if I can say. The canvas is really nice, and I think I've mentioned it before, but I have used and abused this canvas. I've traveled with it to the retreat. I've moved it back and forth between here and my bedroom countless times, or my guest bedroom, countless times, because I store it on the bed when I'm using my table for something else. And it is still in, oops, excuse me, I'm sorry for bumping you. It is still in beautiful condition. I've not had any problems with rivers or bubbles. I haven't had any problems. I haven't even had any problems sliding my drills. So if I misplace a drill, I don't have any trouble at all sliding them to where they need to be. I don't think I need all my colors right now because this is a very blue section. So, well, I do because I have them kind of mixed in a way. So I better just get them all out, because just about the time I don't get them all out, that's the time I'm going to need that color, right? So, and you know, I'm a creature of habit, so I'm just going to do my usual setup. So I know Diamond Painting Deutschland for a hot minute stopped shipping to the U.S., but they're back to shipping to the U.S., which I'm happy to hear. In fact, I was on there last night looking at them, and I think I'm going to order another Josephine wall. I do have one that is not a Josephine wall that is 112 centimeters by 61 centimeters that has 180 colors. It's called Herbstwald, which I think is German. I think it's a famous German forest. And it's more of it's just a landscape. It's gorgeous, though. It's very, very beautiful. And I think that might be one that I start to work on, a big, big one with lots of colors that I start to work on next. I do have another Josephine wall from Diamond Painting Deutschland. I have the Three Graces. That one I have in a square, and I don't know if I am in the mood to tackle that at the moment. But I have to tell you, it has been so much fun. I've absolutely loved working with all of these colors. It has been just so much fun. Now, it is like complete confetti, you know what I mean? You're really, oops, I need wax in my pen. I need to re-wax. Yeah. I really like working with lots of colors, and I like all the confetti. So if you're not a fan of confetti, this might not be the type of diamond painting for you. The other two diamond paintings that I'm working on for this event, one of them, Eye of Venus, that is kind of a mix of color blocking and confetti. So that's been kind of nice to change it up a bit. And then the other one is a Spirit of Flight from Diamond Art Club by Josephine Wall as well. And that one has actually, believe it or not, it actually has, at least in the portion that I've completed so far, has quite a bit of color blocking. But I'm going to tell you the truth, why I'm not working on either one of those today. The truth of the matter is I'm lazy. I got back from the retreat, the Lone Star retreat, which was in Hamilton, Missouri, this past weekend. I got back on Sunday afternoon evening, and I was so exhausted that I did not empty my car. My car's still loaded, with the exception of Maddie's wedding dress. I did bring that in and hang it up. Oh, you guys don't even know about that. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. So I thought, I'll just unload tomorrow. No big deal, right? Well, Monday, I was still not feeling well. I'm still recovering from my surgery. And so, and the trip was really difficult on me physically. Monday I was still in rest mode. And then all day yesterday, and so far all day today, it has been raining all day. So I'm not going to go unload my car in the rain, right? So, or is that just another excuse for me to be lazy? It could be just another excuse for me to be able to be lazy. You can choose. And I've also been working hot and heavy on a crochet shawl that I need to get finished by Friday. I am pretty far into it. I don't think I'll have a problem with that. But Maddie and Austin are going to have their engagement pictures taken on Saturday. And I found a pattern for a very beautiful lacy shawl that someone in the comments of the video, it's a Bag-O-Day crochet pattern on YouTube. And in the comments on the video, someone had mentioned, oh, this would be stunning for a bride. And it got me thinking, yes, it really would. So I started it using some cream colored yarn. It's a very silky soft yarn. It drapes beautifully. And I decided that because they're going to wear white for their engagement photos. I don't know if Austin is too, but Maddie is. And so I thought, oh, that would be beautiful to use in her engagement photos. So I started that. I think I started that on Monday. And I'm probably, I don't know, probably 3/4 of the way done with it. So I've gotten quite a bit done on that, but I want to get it finished so she can potentially wear it for pictures on Saturday if she wants to. And then it's going to be the matter of getting it to her. She lives about an hour and a half away. So I'm going to see if she'll meet me halfway. So I don't have to drive the whole way down to Detroit. After all of this driving this past weekend, I am not in the mood to do any extra driving. So I just got off the phone with Mindy. We were talking, in case you don't know and are interested, Mindy and I started, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe 3 months ago, a crochet along. And we go live on Fridays at 2 p.m. on Mindy's channel. And we've been working on a pillow. And it is a very intricate pillow. It uses 6 different, not granny squares, they're more like granny octagons, that are, they're very intricately stitched. They're not a normal, when I say granny octagon, all I mean is that's the style of, it's worked in blocks rather than worked as one big piece. It's worked in blocks and then you sew them together. But there's nothing traditional or granny square looking about them. They have a lot of beautiful intricate stitches, a lot of overlay crochet, and we're just getting to the point where we're almost ready to combine the octagons, put them all together, and do the stuffing. We've probably got like 3 more weeks left in that crochet along. So we were just talking on the phone. That's why I'm a little bit late getting this video done. We were just talking on the phone and trying to decide on what our next project is going to be for our next crochet along. And I think we've come up with something. So if you are interested, we are going to be doing, it's a free pattern on the Yarnspirations website, and it's called the Calming Comfort Afghan. And we are going to be doing that for our next crochet along. And that has 5 different colors of yarn, but the beauty of it is it's just a regular worsted 4-weight acrylic yarn that it calls for. Now, you could use any yarn you want, and that's the other beauty of it. You can use any yarn you want. They used Red Heart with Love and Caron Jumbo. I'm going to be using stuff from my stash. I need to put some of this yarn to work that I've got sitting here in my stash. So I'm going to be using a combination of Red Heart Stripes, and because it does have one variegated yarn, and Big Twist yarn from Joann's that I had gotten last year at their after Christmas sale. And and then I'm also going to be using some Impeccable yarn from Michael's. So I'm really going to be mixing it up and using, but they're all regular, 4-weight acrylic yarns, and they'll go good together. They'll be fine together. I already kind of looked at the ply and looked at the strand or the thickness, and they're all along the same lines. So that'll work out. But so be on the lookout for that. If you want to check out that pattern and see if it's something you would be interested in doing and participating along with us in the crochet along, we have a lot of fun doing it. It ends up that, we do it on a live on Friday afternoons, and it ends up being pretty much a big gab session. Because, especially when we get to the blanket, it's going to be a big gab session because once the blanket grows, you're going to be doing the same thing, because this one also starts as a square. It starts as a square and then just gets bigger and bigger. So it's going to be a lot less tutorial in nature and a lot more just BSing and having fun. So if you're a crocheter, even if you're a new crocheter, this is not a very difficult, it doesn't look to be a very difficult pattern, and I think it's something that even a beginner could easily do. So if you're a crocheter and you're interested, check out that pattern, Calming Comfort it's called, and it's on the Yarnspirations website as a free pattern. We had a different one in mind that we wanted to do. That's a current crochet along from one of my very favorite crochet designers. But it's a paid pattern, and so we couldn't think of a way to really do that on our channels on YouTube, and without violating it being a paid pattern. We didn't want to be we didn't want to get in trouble for giving away somebody's pattern for free, because we're not all about that. So we decided to go with a free pattern, so we would eliminate any potential offensiveness or stealing, I guess you could even call it, right? We don't want to steal a pattern. I mean, we've already both purchased the pattern. It's called Espirito del Sol. If you want to look that up, it's by Hooked on Sunshine. It's available on Ravelry too. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous blanket, and I'm still going to make it. In fact, yesterday, I hauled my butt out of my chair and actually went over to my local little yarn store and sourced out the yarn for it. And this is unlike anything that I've ever done, in that I'm going for the called for colors in the pattern. Now, I'm not using the called for yarn because that was like, the called for yarn came from a yarn company in Africa, and it was going to be pretty expensive. So I wanted to just try to source my yarn locally. So I went over to my local yarn store, and guess what? My little local yarn store sells diamond paintings. So that was kind of cool. I kind of looked through the diamond paintings that they had in their little inventory there. It was all like budget company. They didn't have any diamond art clubs or craftablies or anything like that. But it was still pretty cool that they sell diamond paintings at the yarn store. I thought that was kind of neat. Kind of funny because when I first got into crocheting, I mean, diamond painting was really my first. When I started my channel, that was all I, well, I shouldn't say that was all I did, but that was predominantly what I did. And now I've kind of branched off and become, in my free time, not necessarily my YouTube time, but in my free time, I would say I spend a lot more time crocheting anymore than I do diamond painting. But that has changed too. You know, I go through phases, and I'm sure everybody is this way, or maybe not. I go through phases of what I'm kind of obsessed with at the moment. So for a while it was cross stitch, and I'm totally out of that right now. I can't make myself cross stitch to save my life, which sucks because I have a few really pretty projects going. And then it was punch needle. I was really into punch needle for a while, and embroidery. I got into that for a little while. Another thing that I love doing is I love doing Legos, like the big sets of Legos, like the ones with like 4,000 pieces. And I enjoy that, but Legos are so expensive that that's not a hobby you can really go crazy on. You go broke before you can spend all your time doing Legos. Plus, your fingers hurt after a while from snapping those pieces together. And what else did I do for a while? One thing I still have not gotten into, and I've tried to force myself, and I just don't find it as enjoyable, is knitting. I For some reason, I just don't find it as fun as crocheting at all. And which sucks because I love the look of knit projects. I love the product that it creates, but I just do not have fun. The act of knitting is not fun to me. It's just way too repetitious. With crochet, you've got so many different stitches and so many different combinations of stitches that I love coming up. My favorite are the really elaborate things. And I think that's why I love Hooked on Sunshine, because she does a lot of more intricate designs, not just, one or two row repeats. They're like every row is something, or every round is something different. And I really enjoy that. And then diamond painting. I was off diamond painting for a little while and spending most of my time crocheting, but I'm back. I'm back to spending a lot of time diamond painting as well. So that's been cutting into my productivity with crochet. I'm not getting as many things done as I was previously when I was just crochet crazy, because I'm back to diamond painting. And my goal, like I said, I've got basically 4 sections, these 2 and then this one I'm working on. My goal is to finish this diamond painting I'm working on this week, and I'm going to do a video when I do finish it, just because it's been such a labor of love. I haven't worked on it exclusively ever, but I started this a year ago, September. So, but I like I said, I haven't. It's been something I've worked on just a little bit here and there, but I'm determined now. I'm so close. I'm so close to the finish line that I'm determined to get this done. So I'm going to work on it a little bit more steadily. And then, of course, with recovering from surgery, I wasn't able to come in here and sit in my craft room on my bottom. But things are getting better. It's so weird. I, my surgery was September 15th. And up until and including this past weekend when I was at the retreat, I was miserable. I was still in a lot of pain and still having a really difficult time sitting on my bottom. And I would say yesterday, it was like somebody flicked a switch and I was feeling so much better. I was having so much less pain. And I don't know, it's just odd to me. Your body is an amazing, amazing structure. And it's just so weird to me that I was, in so much pain for so long and then all of the sudden just felt better. Just all of a sudden. It's just so weird. So weird. But I am feeling a ton better. I am still battling the tooth extraction and denture adventure. We'll call it my denture adventure. I went to pick up my new, because just a little recap. So I got all my teeth pulled on September, what's 22nd? Yeah, September 22nd. And I was supposed to leave there with a pair of temporary dentures that day. Well, they printed them wrong because they're 3D printed. They printed them wrong and I couldn't close my mouth. So they had to grind the surface of the tooth to make it so I could close my mouth. And doing that, they had to grind off all of the ridges of the molars. So the molars are completely smooth. And so you can't obviously use that for chewing, which wasn't a problem because of having all my teeth pulled. There was still so much, there's so much healing to do that there was no way I was chewing anything anyway. I've been on soft foods. I'm just now starting to eat a little bit of like pasta and bean burrito I had yesterday. I can do a cheeseburger like from McDonald's, stuff like that. So I'm getting a little bit more varied in what I can eat, which is so nice because I was on a liquid diet for probably 3 weeks. And that was a nightmare. That was just, a hell I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Because I love my food, you guys. I like to eat. And I did not enjoy being on such a limited diet. I was doing boost protein drinks and lots of applesauce, jello, pudding, ice cream, tomato soup. That was pretty much the extent of what I was living on. So anyway, so they had to remake my temporary dentures because they had to grind off, all of the bumpy parts on the molars for me to be able to close my mouth. Well, that was a multi-week project because they had to wait a while before they could even take impressions because my mouth was still healing from having the teeth extracted. I had, open wounds, so they couldn't take the impressions. So I got to the point where they could take the impressions to make the new set of temporary dentures. And they did that, and last Wednesday before I left for the retreat, no, I'm sorry, it was Tuesday. Before I left for the retreat, I went to pick up the new ones. Well, guess what? They don't fit. I cannot even, they made the teeth so big, and I don't know why they just didn't use the mold or whatever from when I had teeth, but they didn't, and they made the teeth so big that I can't even close my lips around the teeth. Like my mouth is permanently open. It looks like I'm wearing a hockey mouth guard. It looks ridiculous. I look like Mr. Ed. It looks absolutely ridiculous. So now I have a second set of temporary dentures that I can't wear. I've been wearing the tops of the first set for when I'm in public, you know, and I don't want people to see me toothless, but I can't even get the bottoms won't even go on. So this has been, I don't know why something just can't go right for me. I don't go back until the 25th, and on the 25th, it's my own fault because when she put them in last week, I cried because they looked so ridiculous. And, the lady assured me that, oh no, you look fine, it looks fine, you'll get used to it, it's just you're not used to seeing yourself this way, blah, 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 blah. And I accepted that. And I really, really wish I wouldn't have, because I'm very unhappy with it. And it's not like this is something that I can just live with. I mean, I have no effing teeth. So it needs to be right. And it's not. And I wish I would have been a little bit more. When I go back this next on the 25th, I think I'm going to try to ask Jeff to take the day off or take some time off work and come with me. Because as outspoken as a person as I used to be, for some reason, when I get into that situation, I just become this lump, this meek, quiet, non-complaining lump. And I really need some support with me to kind of self-advocate, because I'm not doing a very good job of it in the situation. So yeah, I think I'm going to try to get Jeff to come with me, and, because he agreed, because when he came home from work, I was like, I want you to be completely honest with me. You're not going to hurt my feelings, but you need to be honest with me. Is it just me, or do these look horrible? He's like, no, they look horrible. Not to mention, I can't close my lips over them. I don't want big, protruding teeth that I can't close my lips over. It looks horrible. So that's those adventures. Adventures in the world of my health, which you guys don't care. You're like, shut up, talk about something interesting. You guys don't want to know about my butt surgery and my teeth? No, I appreciate everyone's well wishes. Everybody has been so sweet and supportive in comments and in messages. And I really appreciate how nice everybody has been. It has really been a lifesaver. If I had mean comments or about the way I talk or that, it really would have broken my heart. And I should have expected no less, because I have some of the best subscribers in the world. But it was something, and it continues to be something that I'm very self-conscious about. And which is, alas, why I have not been making very many videos lately. And speaking of videos, last year when Maddie and I went to the Lone Star Retreat, we made a very, very long car vlog video. And I was looking forward to doing the same thing this year. Well, on the way there, we did. We made a car vlog video. Now, don't worry if you haven't seen it. I haven't posted it yet. Because what happened was, during the retreat, and this is going to be TMI, so, but, whatever. I don't care. I became extremely painfully constipated, to the point I was in tears. I couldn't even sit on my bottom because the pressure was so painful. So we did not record at all on the way home, on the trip home, because Maddie had to do almost all of the driving, and I was laying on my side the entire time. Uh, it was a long, long, long trip, and it was, made especially long by the fact that I was in so much pain from being so constipated. And trust me, I tried all the remedies. I tried everything to get some relief while we were there. Well, everything short of an enema, because that just wasn't logistically possible with the way the rooming situation was. There was no way I could, have the privacy to do that. I mean, granted, if I would have asked, the ladies that we roomed with were absolute sweethearts, and they would have given me that privacy, but I didn't want to ask. You know what I mean? That's one of those things where you really only feel comfortable doing something like that in the privacy of your own home. Um, so I, but I did everything else. Suppository. I was doing juice, hot coffee. Stool softeners, everything, and could not get any relief at all. So we did not record on the way home. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that first part of the road trip video, and I'm going to make a second part where I talk about the retreat itself, and everything that we did and everything that we got, show you some of my swag and some of my prizes, and add that together with the video that we made on the way down there, and then I'll put that out there. And if I was any kind of a good person, I would have had that done already. But like I said, I've been in recovery mode. Today is Wednesday. We got home Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. And I've been in recovery mode ever since. Just now starting to feel, And let me tell you how bad I was in recovery mode. Last night, about 7:30 in the evening, I decided I was going to take a nap. Guess when I woke up? You're going to think that I'm just a piece of crap. I woke up at 9 o'clock this morning. I slept from 7:30 last night to 9 a.m. I must have needed it. But like I said, I am feeling a ton better. So I must have really needed that rest, because I do feel a lot better. But yeah, I don't know if I've ever slept that long in my entire life. Let me know in the comments, what's the longest duration you've ever slept? Have you ever slept 14 hours straight? I guess it was 13 and a half, but still, that's a long time. But I woke up feeling great, so I must have definitely needed it. I must have definitely needed it. So yeah, apologies for not getting that car vlog out, but like I said, it just didn't happen on the way home. So I'm going to try to, I'm going to make probably as soon as I'm done with this, I will sit down and make a video and talk all about the retreat. So I don't want to do that here. Plus, you guys don't care. So this is my week to announce a giveaway for the Big, Bold, Beautiful DP event. So let's do that right now, and I'll show you what the giveaway is going to be, and we will hold on for just 1 second, and I will be right back. I'm going to gather up the stuff so I can show you what the giveaway is going to be, and then I'll talk about what you have to do to enter. So give me just 1 quick second to gather that stuff up, because I didn't do it before I sat down. Sorry about that. 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. So, since this is a big, bold, and beautiful event, we wanted to give you big, bold, and beautiful prize packages. So, I've got quite a few things to give away in this week's prize. This will be drawn. Here's how you enter. First of all, you need to be participating in the event. So in the comments of this video, if you are participating in the event and you'd like to be entered for a chance to win this prize pack, if you will please just use the word event. somewhere in your message. That is the keyword that I will use when I'm choosing the winner from the comments of this video to win. So let me just show you what I've got. First of all, I have this pack of, I think there are 8 cards, and they're diamond painted cards. These are from Craftably. I can open it up and show you what they are. So this one says thank you. I kind of want to try to do this nicely. We've got just a hello, another thank you with a butterfly, best wishes, another thank you with a heart, a happy birthday, another happy birthday, another happy birthday. Maybe there are 10 cards in here. Best wishes, another happy birthday, just another thank you, best wishes, and a thank you. So, and it comes with all the drills, and it comes with envelopes, and the insides are decorated, not diamond painted, but the insides are not blank. There is writing or at least artwork on the insides of the card too. Very cute, and like I said, these are from Craftably. So you'll get these. You will also get a notebook, a diamond painted notebook with special drills. This is also from Craftably. You will also get this cute diamond painted pen, just like an ombre blue with sparkles. And also I'm gonna throw in some Simply Gilded washi tape with some stickers, and there's some diamond painting, it's like a tacky stuff. I don't want to call it wax. And I don't want to call it putty. It's kind of in between, in the scent Cherry Blossom. But 3 rolls of Simply Gilded washi tape with some stickers and some scented diamond painting adhesive. Let's not call it adhesive. Wax / mud / putty. We'll call it that. Then we were also so generously sponsored by DP with Sparklers, and you're going to be getting, because this is a big, bold, and beautiful event, some big, bold, and beautiful bling. These are from their Big Bling collection. So these are large special drills that you could use. Oops, I dropped that one. You could use on your painting to customize it. Some big gold buttons, some red, I love those black iridescent. Those are really cool. These are like the quad cubes. They take up 4 normal spaces on a painting. Some big white resin, some black with silver, some pearls, and these are really cool. These are like a sliver, not a sliver, they're a rectangle. So you could use those to embellish your diamond painting as well, to customize your diamond painting. And those come from DP with Sparklers. And then the last thing that I have that will go in this prize pack is donated by Coverminders Shaban on Etsy. And she very generously donated some big cover minders. So these are just going with our theme of big, bold, and beautiful. I'll show you the 2 that I've chosen for this week. These are so nicely packaged in the bubble wrap, and I don't want to, well, you know what? We're going to keep it a little bit of a secret. We're just going to show you what you can see through there, because I don't want to undo the packaging. I don't want to rip that apart, so it'll be nice for shipping. But this is a gorgeous butterfly with gems. It'll be a little bit of a surprise. You can't see it totally. And this one you can't hardly see it all. You know what? I'm going to show it to you. I'll just try to very gently put it back in its little package. I'll use tape if I need to. Check this guy out. This guy almost didn't make it into the giveaway. Isn't he cool? Because I don't know if you guys all know this, but orange is my favorite color. So it's an orange peacock with this beautiful plumage in teal and yellow. So cool. But this is look how big in my hand. Look how big that guy is. Nice, strong, big magnet on the back. So though that is going to be the prize pack for me, I will draw the winner of this prize next Wednesday. So just leave a comment in the comment section to be entered into the drawing for this week's prize. And I hope you like it. All right, now let's get back to business. Now let's get back to talking now that we've got all that business out of the way. I should have taken care of business right off the bat, but I got jibber jabbing and you know how that goes. So I guess I can't really talk about what I've been doing without talking about the retreat. So I'll just talk to you guys a little bit about the retreat. Maybe in my road trip vlog video, I'll just talk about the road trip itself. So, the retreat was awesome. I love the venue that this is held at. I just love the way the setup is. The craft room is open 24 hours, which is nice for those night owls. And usually I can be counted on to be one of those night owls. But with the travel and with my, recovering, I was not one of those night owls this year. I don't think I made it past midnight any of the nights that we were there, which is very, very uncommon for me. But Maddie, I hope that she had a good time. I felt kind of bad because, I was not up to my 100% status. But she is very good at, she's not one of those people that would be like lost without me. You know what I mean? She's very capable of standing on her own 2 feet and making friends. And, we had friends there anyway because we did go to that retreat last year too. So there were also people at the Lone Star retreat that were at the Great Lakes escape retreat as well. So, we knew a lot of people there. And so she was able to, when I was resting or sleeping, she was able to hang out with, other people. People's kindness and generosity in this community never ceases to amaze me. I was very, very apprehensive about being around people, being that I have no teeth right now. I was very self-conscious about that. And I was going to put myself through the pain and misery of wearing the teeth that don't fit. But I couldn't do it. I call me a wimp, call me whatever, but I just could not physically force myself to endure 4 days worth of constant pain so that nobody would see me without my dentures. So I didn't wear them for a good portion of the time. I made sure that I wore them in pictures. Tammy, who is one of the organizers of the retreat and also is an avid photographer, she takes amazing photos. She was sweet enough to not get me in candids without my teeth in. So that was very, very nice of her. But everyone was extremely kind about the fact that, I'm rolling around with no teeth. Nobody was, teasing, or if they were, they did it behind my back, which, I appreciate that. But I don't think anybody did that. It's just not the kind of people who were there at all. Everybody was very, very sweet about everything. And yeah, we had a really good time. It was, it's a long drive. And I got to tell you, I don't know where all you folks are from. I know where a lot of people are from, but I don't know where everybody's from. And I mean no disrespect when I say this, but Missouri, driving through Missouri, and I've driven a lot of places. I drove to Texas. I've driven to Florida multiple times. I've driven to New Orleans. I've driven all around the country. I drove from Phoenix to the Grand Canyon. I've done a lot of driving in a lot of different places in our country. But I have to say, northeastern Missouri has to be the most boring drive I've ever had in my entire life. It is just completely flat. There are barely any trees. It's not like Michigan. I mean, in Michigan, there's woods everywhere, there's trees everywhere. And the trees that were there were no color on them. So it was just it's just a boring, boring car ride. And there's no really even interstates. You're on like a 4-lane highway for a good portion of the drive in Missouri. So it worked out. I mean, it worked out, but it was not not very interesting. Not a very interesting car ride at all. I guess I'm spoiled in that I live in Michigan and we have such beautiful, in my opinion, um, we have such beautiful uh, views. But the one thing too that I a lot of people flew, and I'm getting older, and 13 hours in a car is a lot. And I'm thinking that um, next year flying might be the way to go. Flying into Kansas City and then renting a car, because the venue is about an hour from Kansas City. So many people did that, and I'm thinking, I used to be one. I used to love a good road trip, but the older I get, the less tolerant I am of it. I just want to be there, just want to be there and do my thing. There's the Red Boot mini retreat coming up in February in Texas that Maddie and I are scheduled to go to. And we had considered driving to that because when I originally looked at flight prices, it was like 500 and some dollars per person for a round trip ticket to Dallas, from Detroit to Dallas. No, thank you. We were definitely going to be driving. But as the timing is getting closer, I checked on flights just the other day, and they have them for about $230 to $250. So I'm thinking we're probably going to fly when we go to that retreat. It would be 18 hours of a road trip. Now, keep in mind, I did just drive. I'm sorry, not to Dallas, to Houston. Dallas or Houston? I think maybe Dallas. Yeah, Dallas. I did drive to Fort Worth, not this past summer, but the summer before, when I went to Craftably, and I did it no problem. But I don't know if I'm just getting older or losing my patience or what. But that just seemed like way too much of a drive. So yeah, I can't imagine an 18-hour car trip, even with sharing the driving. Too much, too much. So what I love about the Great Lakes Escape Retreat is that it's so nice and close. It's only about, I don't know, 2.5 hours for me. For Maddie, it's even closer than that. Maddie, it's only like an hour and a half, because she lives down in Detroit. So uh, really looking forward to that retreat too. Now that this one is over, I'm like chomping at the bit, looking forward to the next one. If you ever get the chance to go to a crafting retreat, I couldn't recommend it more. It's so much fun, especially a lot of us our crafting is done solitarily. We don't have someone built in, that we are able to craft with. So the retreats are such an amazing opportunity to, number one, meet like-minded people. Number two, learn new crafts. There are so many people that do all different kinds of crafts, and everyone is very, I mean, I've not met anybody who hasn't so far. Everyone is so willing and excited to share with you and teach you different crafts. I know a lot of the ladies at the Lone Star Retreat were learning to cross stitch for the first time, and that was really cool. So the more experienced cross stitchers, it wasn't a set class, but the more experienced cross stitchers were kind enough and patient enough to sit with people and teach them, which was it just and like I said, it's been my experience that with retreats that people are very excited to share their knowledge with you. And so I think that, you know, I'm lucky. I'm really, really very lucky. Maddie is, you know, very close, and she comes home often enough that I have somebody to craft with when she's home. And then I'm super lucky, you know, YouTube has opened so many doors for me and has really, how do I want to say, it has really enriched my life in more ways than I ever would have imagined. I have met so many friends just through having a YouTube channel. It has been amazing, and I have met what will be lifelong friends. You know, I'm really lucky that I met and became friends with Mindy. It's cool that she lives so close that we're able to do things together, you know, in real life. And even I've met people who live very, very far away, who I've become good friends with, who I sadly will probably never get a chance to meet in person. Um, but I consider them good friends all the same. Um, but yeah, so YouTube has really been, I want to say, I'm even going to go out a limb here and say it's kind of been a lifesaver for me. I was very solitary and lonely, and didn't know anyone who had the same interests as I did. And being a part of this crafting community has really bolstered my happiness, and um, it's made me more of an outgoing person. I was such a hermit for so many years, that it really has gone a long way to kind of bring me out of my shell and make me a little bit more of a people person than I had been in the past. Being, you know, retired and not, you know, at a young age, and being home alone, for many, many years, I was very lonely. And I just am thankful that I have found this um, outlet. Uh, so, you know, I mean, if you're in any way have any interest in creating videos on YouTube, I'd say go for it. What's the worst thing that could happen? You know, worst, you know, the best thing that could happen is that you'd be, you know, when I started this, it wasn't, I didn't have any goals in mind as far as, you know, I want to have this many subscribers, or, you know, I want to be this big, or anything like that. It really was just to meet friends and find like-minded people and share what I was doing, share my crafts um, with others. And just having, you know, in my mind, and I know I'm only a small channel, but in my mind, I am successful because I achieved my goals, which were to meet friends and to share my love of crafting. And so, you know, depending on the goals that you set for yourself, you can do it. Anybody can do it. But yeah, so now that you've heard my cheerleading speech, woohoo, rah rah, I am going to let you guys go. I am going to be back with you in hopefully by the end of this week to show you this diamond painting completed. Maybe on Saturday's live, because I will be going live this Saturday, back to normally scheduled programming. Maybe on this Saturday's live, I will be able to show you this completed. Or maybe, you know, it would be really cool is if I could get to the point where I was getting ready to finish it and I could finish it with you on the live on Saturday. That would be very cool. Maybe I'll try to schedule that way. I'll stop working on it when I have about an hour's left of work to do, and then I can finish it with you on the live on Saturday. That would be fun. So keep in mind, I do go live on Saturdays at 8:45 Eastern. I'm right after Mindy. She goes live on Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. And also, don't forget to enter your photos for the event in Instagram under the hashtag Big Bold Beautiful DP. And don't forget, if you're participating in the event, to comment on this video to be entered to win this week's prize package. And we will have a prize given out every week for the 2 months that the event is going on. It'll either be on my channel or on Mindy's channel. When it's Sue's turn to give away a prize, she will be announcing her prize on either mine or Mindy's live. I think she's going to do Mindy's one week and mine the other. And I didn't get a chance to watch Mindy's live this past Saturday. Maybe she already did hers, so maybe you already know that. Sorry, like I said, I'm still in recovery mode. So thank you guys all for hanging out with me while I sit here and diamond paint, and thank you for participating in the event. Please keep in mind our sponsors and, show them some love. We've got DP with Sparklers, Cover Minders Shaban, and Bella Art Day Nicole, as well as Craftably, are all sponsors for this event. My next prize you won't want to miss out on for sure. It's going to be one of Bella Art de Nicole's big trays, because it's a big, bold, beautiful event. We're going to give you a great big tray. So that will be my next prize giveaway will be one of those trays. So, all right, I am going to go do a little bit more crocheting. It would probably take me okay, so I don't know if you can tell on the screen, but my section that I'm working in is this big. So, let's see. About 6.5 inches squared is the section that I'm working in. And I've got maybe a fifth of it done right now. And just because of the confetti, now this section doesn't have as much confetti as a lot of the ones did over in the other side of the canvas, but this will probably take me another 4 hours or so to get this section completed. So I'm not going to say that I'm going to sit here and finish this all in one sitting, because my butt still can't sit for that. I mean, back pre-surgery, I could definitely sit for that long in diamond painting at a stretch, but I still can't sit for that long. But I'll keep working on it. I'll just keep plugging away. That's all you can do. Just keep plugging away at it. All right, enough yammering, enough going on and on and on. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day. And I'll see you guys hopefully on Saturday. All right, talk to you later. Bye, guys.